I'm first going to look at you in the impact position because it's the most important. Everything the ball does, how far it goes, how high it goes, how much it spins and curves, is a direct response to the laws of physics in motion at the brief moment of impact. On the left is Tiger hitting an iron. This is video I took at last year's US Open. On the right is Grant Waite hitting the driver. Grant was a PGA Tour player during the 90s and now is one of the top instructors of tour players. Grant's teaching partner is a good friend of mine, Joe Mayo, who lives in Las Vegas. Grant was considered by many as having one of the best and most fundamentally sound golf swings. While on tour, he always had some of the best ball striking statistics. At impact, they both have the majority of their weight on the left side. In fact, the average pro will have 85 to 90% of their weight on the left side at impact. I've drawn a red box from the center of their ankles to the top of their head, and you can see that the red line off their left foot is passing right through their belt buckle, showing how the center of their mass is right on top of their left foot. They both have extended arms through impact. Their elbows are close together and not separating. Having extended arms and weight forward allows them to control the low point of their arc of their swing. When hitting the iron, this fundamental allows the placement of the low point to be in front of the ball, so that they hit the ball first and then the ground, producing the maximum compression of the golf ball. These fundamentals also allows for the highest level of consistency in controlling the face angle and club path during impact, so that you in turn have the highest level of consistency in hitting whatever optimal ball flight you want. Ryan, at impact, I'm going to compare you to Tiger Woods with the driver. And first, let's look at weight distribution. I'm going to draw a box, top of your head to the middle of your ankles. Same with Tiger. And Tiger has a lot more weight on his left side. If I were to draw an arrow off his left, outside of his left tip down to the ground here, it's outside his foot, and you're basically right on top of that foot. The other thing that's recognizable here is how the back foot looks. You're spinning this foot and Tiger's banking the foot. And that's an indication of how you're moving your body through impact. When you are on Tiger's weight shift, it is a little more lateral and not spinning quite so much, and you're having to do that back foot is spinning, your left hip is spinning behind you, and so instead of driving laterally towards your target, allowing you to hit out, you are rotating very, very quickly. And a lot of that is because you have set your hands so weak on the handle, on the grip. You have to do everything possible to rotate that club face around during your downswing so that you arrive at the ball with a reasonably square club face. So almost every swing movement that you make is dedicated to trying to get the club square. And you're trying to get the club square by rotating the arms fast, hands fast, body fast. You're just, your subconscious mind knows it's imperative that you get the club square. And so because you have, your hands are in a position that they really can't be quiet and deliver the club square, they have to be extremely active in order the club to be square at impact. So certainly one of the things that I would like to work on, and I think we can get there pretty quickly. You're too good an athlete not to capture this. I know we didn't really have the success that I wanted when I worked with you Saturday in changing your grip. There's some other drills that I need to do with you that I just couldn't dedicate that much time to it during the school format. But the next time we can get together, we're going to do some face control drills so that you can start to capture this new feeling. It's not enough for me to tell you about a fundamental. I've got to help you experience the fundamental. And then once you experience it, you'll be able to capture it and repeat it. Another important observation here, as Tiger comes through, you can see how his arms are very extended, elbows are very close together. And then as his right arm reaches parallel in this position right here, you can see the white glove underneath his right hand. His left hand is underneath the right hand. His wrists are crossed. His elbows are very close to each other. As I take you forward, you can see how your elbows are starting to separate. There's a bend here, a little bit of a bend here. And your glove is above the right hand. So you really haven't done that classic release of the club. You're generating so much club head speed, but believe it or not, you could generate a lot more with a proper release. Another indication that there's not a release is the fact that the line of the forearm and the line of the shaft indicates that you really do not have much of a rehinge going on in your swing. Right now, your left arm from the left elbow to the hand is basically parallel to the ground right now. And you've got that much hinge in your shaft. Tiger's left arm is here, and he's got quite a bit more hinge in his shaft. So he's rehinging his wrist, and because of the way you've gripped the club, you're not able to rehinge properly. So certainly working on your hands and teaching your hands how to hit the ball properly is part of the process that we need to go through. Now, creating the right foundation for that hand swing, for the correct hand swing and arm swing, is a component of that training. So those are going to be the things that I would want to focus on. Also, when we get it, I've got from the upper body, I have you in a similar position, but you can certainly see how the lower body is a lot different. The fact that this back foot heel is spinning out is another indication of not getting that proper blend of the lateral move. But you are an excellent athlete, and once you experience the drills I'm going to show you, you'll get this down really quickly. And this will help you, along with the short game work that you're going to do, really take that score much deeper. There's a lot of players who are shooting in the 80s right now who really aren't going to be able to get into the mid-70s as quickly as you could because your core fundamentals are so solid. So I know that coming to this school was really a commitment to get better, and we now have identified the things to work on. Everybody has missing fundamentals, but you've got to make sure that we identify the next best fundamental that you need to work on, and this is what it is. So I hope you enjoyed the school. I enjoyed working with you, and I look forward to the opportunity to continue you towards your goals.